what we're talking about is adrenal fatigue. What is it? What you can do about it? Do you have it? So, at the first page of your notes, I gave you adrenal fatigue quick check. So some of the things, some of the symptoms of adrenal fatigue, as you can see, did you get a chance to peruse that first sheet and fill it out? Difficulty getting up in the morning. Do you have that afternoon, absolutely need that cookie and cup of coffee? You don't really wake up until 10. You have that second wind that happens all of a sudden. I'm wide awake at 11 o'clock and I can solve all the problems of the world moment, okay? So, I mean, they give you like the score, 20 to 40 suggests mild adrenal stress, 40 to 70 suggests moderate adrenal fatigue. But does this really tell us what it is? I don't think so. This is giving you all the symptoms of adrenal fatigue. Yes, you can relate to all these things, so, but it's not telling you what it is. Okay, does anybody know what adrenal fatigue is? What the adrenal glands do? Where are they in your body, the adrenal glands? These are some of the questions that I'm going to answer during this workshop. So, I think we get a car, and a lot of times we know more things about our car than we know about our own body. We did not get an owner's manual to our body, but guess what? That's why I love doing what I do, because we know what's wrong with us. Western medicine, you know, and we need that, but that is disease management. What I do and what you're doing for yourself here today is holistic health care. We need disease management, but I'm into that, integrative healthcare. You have everything in your body needed to heal, okay? Stress is a normal thing, and actually we need stress. Just like to exercise. Why do we exercise? To strengthen our bones, to strengthen our muscle. If we sat down and just watched TV, what's going to happen to your body? You're going to wither away. Seriously. Things will just, you need the stress. You need to move. It's Wolff's Law for bone strength. When you're moving, it adds more strength to your bone. Okay? So stress is needed. Stress, what's normal, what's considered normal, it's called eustress. That's just something that we constantly need. We need the challenges, I guess you can say, to constantly regenerate, rebuild yourself. Okay? So stress is a normal thing. There's external stimuli that we consider stress, weather changes, 6 months of winter in Minnesota, relationship problems, financial problems. All of those are outside of ourselves. That's stress. Internal stress would be change in blood sugar level. Not enough, we're low, we have a low blood sugar level. Or our hormones are imbalanced. So maybe PMS, maybe menopause, hot flashes, insomnia, maybe all of these different things. Those are all internal stress things, okay? So what happens with adrenal fatigue happens when your body can no longer adapt and acclimate to what's going on the outside and the inside. So you're taking these organs beyond what they're allowed to do. It's like when you strain a muscle. You sprain it, you're going to sprain your ankle, you go beyond the capacity of what those ligaments and muscles are allowed to do. Okay, we call that a sprain strain. The same thing happens to our organs. If we sat down and ate spicy food all day, our stomach's going to have something to say about that. Or if we're eating too much all at once. Okay? So adrenal fatigue occurs when the amount of stress overextends the capacity of the body mediated by the adrenals to compensate and recover from that stress or the combined stresses. Once this capacity to cope and recover is exceeded, some form of adrenal fatigue occurs. Okay? It's the adrenal glands, it's their job to handle the relationship problems, the traffic jams that you're in. It's the adrenal. We would not be able to live without our adrenal glands. You are going to love your adrenal glands by the time you're done with this lecture. And you're going to know where they are. So let's talk about that. You want to know where these adrenal glands are? They are so amazing. Go to page 3, 4 in your handout. Your adrenal glands sit right on top of your kidneys, okay? We talk about, also, I talk about the external things like relationships, arguments with the boss, with a friend, all of that is external. Stresses, but what the adrenal glands do, they help you with inflammation. If you cut yourself, it's the adrenal glands that help you. The adrenal glands help with fluid balance of your body, so they're going to help with blood pressure. The adrenal glands help with regenerating your body, the stamina of your body. You need the adrenal glands to regenerate, rebuild. If you don't have that, you're going to be constantly in a degenerative mode. We're actually meant to regenerate and live to over 120, at least. We have everything in our body to constantly rebuild. It's the balance. We want to regenerate more than we want to degenerate. What happens when people keep breaking down? The death, someone dies in their family. They keep breaking down, breaking down. Now their intestines are shutting down. Now digestion is shutting down, okay? Those are the kind of things that will lead to death. Even if it's happening on a cellular level, it's slowly deteriorating that body. The people who get sick all the time, fibromyalgia, arthritis, autoimmune diseases, all of those things are related to how your adrenal glands are functioning, okay? So these organs sit on top of your kidneys. The kidneys are located between T12, which is where your ribs, the kidneys sneak underneath the ribs here for protection. The body is a very amazing, smart mechanism. So T12 to 8-2. This is where your kidneys are. They're about 3 inches high. Sitting on top of those kidneys are the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are only an inch high. 1 inch high. They're about 1.5 inches wide. That's it. And 1/4 of an inch thick. And they do all of that for you, and we would not be able to live without the adrenal glands. Okay? And how much do they weigh? Pick up your nickel. They weigh this is 5 grams. It's 1/8 of an ounce to 3/4 of an ounce. Depending on size, of course, structure determines function. That's how much they weigh. 5 grams. Okay, the weight of a nickel. And they do all of those things for you. Go to page 2 in your handout. These are all the functions of your adrenal glands. So fight or flight. Anybody familiar with your oxygen increasing, blood pressure increasing, heart rate? This is really cool because Deanna talked about how we can keep those things, how we keep the low blood pressure down, the breathing, by breathing, okay? Tissue repair, body rebuilding, it's your sex hormones, anti-aging function, okay? Your sex hormones are not only there to procreate, you have to recreate yourself before you're going to, procreate an individual. You have to be able to replicate yourself. Our cells are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. People that have a hard time getting pregnant, the fertility problem, do you think stress has a little part to do with that? Stress is down, going to throw the female hormones off. They're not getting pregnant. Guess what? That's the best thing that's happening to them because their body's not ready to get pregnant. So, and what do? We have Western medicine to interfere and say, let's give them some fertility drugs and make them get pregnant. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. So sex hormones, that's your stamina, your vitality, your energy, okay? Blood sugar regulation. This is a huge survival thing that we have. When you're in adrenal fatigue, you're going to be more hypoglycemic. By the afternoon, that's when you want that, cookie and cup of coffee to get you going. But we're going to learn things that you can do to regulate